Hi ladies, and particularly Nicole, because you were asking me about this. I just wanted to tell you that what's happening to me is that in the mornings I can hardly wait to wake up because I get to step on the scale and see how much I lost. This morning I lost the least amount, so I lost a quarter of a pound, but still a quarter of a pound in a day is really great. And yesterday was a little bit different because it was Sunday and I couldn't start off my day with exercising like I have been. So what I do is I get up, weigh myself, chill out for just a moment. I put on my biking shoes and I get on the stand, for my mountain bike, and I'm riding my bike for 10 minutes while I listen to videos that just kind of like spur me on. And then I get onto the rowing machine and I row on there for 5 minutes. And sometimes I row just as hard as I can, And they said that's really good to just do these short spurts of just, trying to do it really super hard, maybe like 30 seconds, and then go back to just kind of more chilled exercise. Then I'm gonna shower. I make some fresh tea to take with me. My tea has licorice root in it. The licorice root, it helps keep your blood pressure elevated. Mine kind of was swinging or kind of low for a long time, so it just kind of keeps me even keeled, so that I'm not getting hangry. So like right now, I haven't eaten today. It's 2:20. I did have a couple sips of tea, and my stomach might have growled, but it wasn't enough for me to go, oh, I gotta go off my plan. I am so excited about doing this. I'm super determined. I'm a very determined person. I'm just looking forward to having I found this wild black rice, and you can soak it in water for several hours, and it just kind of opens up. I guess that's what sprouting is. And it's so good. Anyway, I stick it on my salad. I'm craving that. That's what I'm craving. Learning that what we feed ourselves, what we put in ourselves, our body has digestive enzymes that are formed in our gut to digest what we're eating. We start craving. We're craving what we put in us. So if I'm putting in good stuff in me, that's what I'm gonna crave. So I'm super excited. Plus I'm excited to branch out and just be raw vegan instead of just fruitarian. I noticed that with just being fruitarian, which was good for me for a season, is that in the afternoon, man, I just felt like I wanted something more meaty kind of thing. I wanted something heavier, and I was always going for avocado, and then I was gaining weight and I couldn't lose the weight. I was having a more difficult time. Now that I can wait until 4 o'clock, I can start eating at 4, and then 4 o'clock used to be my worst time of the day. That was when I would fall asleep and just forget it. That's not happening anymore. What's happening now at 4 o'clock, when I can start eating, I am blah, 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 blah. So I'm pretty blah, blah, blah right now, but I'm going to get really super excited at 4 o'clock when I can eat and I'm getting the calories in me. And I can eat until 6 or 7 o'clock. But I've got my little routine now. So first thing I start off with is my watermelon and some papaya. Yeah, that's what I've been eating right now, and I'm not eating nearly as much of it. I'm not putting it in the Blendtec. I'm actually eating it, and I would say I would have a nice big bowl of probably 2-3 cups of it instead of a full Blendtec carafe of it. I'm getting a lot less right there. Then I wait about 45 minutes to an hour, so that's digested, food combining good. That's when I have my dessert, and I'm taking a couple of frozen bananas, frozen blackberries, raspberries, maybe a cup of that, having it sweetened with 2 teaspoons of Canadian maple syrup and a teaspoon of almond extract. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I put in there. Maybe some coconut water meat or something. But anyway, blend it up and I make it into nice cream. Oh man, it's so good. So then I eat that, and then I have to wait yet maybe another 45 minutes to an hour, and by then I've already made my green salad up, and I'm putting greens in there, bitter greens, because they are saying, they say the bitter greens are helping put more of the good probiotics and all that kind of stuff on my gut. I thought it would make me super gassy, and it's not. This is so amazing. I love it. So I'm cutting up arugula and some other green thing. I don't even know what it is. I'd have to look it up on my phone. I'm using it. And I chop it up, and then I'm putting tons and tons of greens in it, fresh chopped mint, fresh chopped parsley, fresh chopped cilantro, some fresh rosemary. Oh, it's so good. some fresh thyme. I'm gonna get my herb garden going again, so I'm not always like running out to the store to go and buy it. It's so yummy, it's so delicious. And then I'm putting seeds in there, so I'm using like a teaspoon of chai, teaspoon of sesame seeds, chopping up like a teaspoon of cashew nuts. I'm chopping up just like a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm putting on top of it maybe some balsamic vinegar that's from Costco. That tastes so yummy. And I'm putting, maybe drizzling 1 or 2 teaspoons of that. And the other thing I'm doing is getting nori sheets and cutting it up into little teeny tiny slips like that and sticking it in my salad. Now all of that might sound gross to some people. I mean, my husband tasted part of my salad yesterday and he didn't like it. He pushed it away. And I put in some fresh alfalfa sprouts in there yesterday. And it doesn't have to be the same thing all the time, but that's just what I'm on right now. And I'm also putting the sprouted garbanzo beans, and that's probably at least a half a cup of that. What else did I sprout? Oh man, quinoa. It tastes super nutty. I love that. So put some of there. Maybe I'll put walnuts, but not always walnuts. You know, you can just, but you can do whatever you want. It's recommended to use greens, and greens that are bitter, because it does something good to your gut. I feel super great all night, all evening long. 7 o'clock, no more eating. Today I want to stop at 6 o'clock just so I have even more time for my food to digest before I actually go to sleep, and hope that I can even sleep better. Sleeping is getting better, but between 10 and 12 it was really hard for me to get to sleeping. My stomach would be like all excited, and it's a really hard habit for me to break, but I'm liking it. I like the way that I feel, and obviously I'm loving the results. I mean, I almost lost 5 pounds in a week, and I've been dieting since December 27th, so this is pretty good results. At a place where I'd be willing to live like this the rest of my life, because I'm 50, I've tried many things, I've never been super skinny, but I'm looking at some of these vegan gals and I like the way they look, and their skin does go back. It's pretty resilient, so I'm not getting skin surgery. that I'm not gonna do. So 9 minutes I've been talking here. I'll have to cut it down. You guys have a great afternoon.